Hello and welcome to the Public Dominion, where old films go to die. You know, it occurs to me that there's one type of instructional film we haven't covered yet on this show. You know the one. The oft-parodied film where someone complains about a thing, and then has a nightmare about how bad things would be without the thing, and finally becomes a stalwart defender of the thing. Well, I'm happy to report that that oversight has been remedied. So let's take a look at a world without the powers of Congress.
The powers of Congress are yours! John Day Larkin is educational collaborator in Congress of Killers.
The new Congress still faces a multitude of tasks. Among the more controversial issues are tax reduction and appropriations for the armed forces.
Also
Congress
appeasing
also
lobbyists
will soon
and lining
tackle
their
the many
pensions.
problems of labor and adjust, by legislation, some of the more
Congress
pressing problems
this,
that have not yet
Congress
been
that.
settled.
It's always Congress, Congress, Congress.
First things to be taken up by the
Got
legislature.
other things to think about besides Congress.
Representative democracy. Who needs it?
And to write that speech to give at the club. Where's the stand?
Oh, I used the last one yesterday. Why don't you run down to the post office and get some?
Run down to the post office.
I'd rather take my new
It's only a mile
Chevrolet.
away. You see? Congress can do everything. Everything except build us another post office.
I'll show them. I'll invent mail you send through computers.
2 3s and an air mail.
Afternoon, Bentley.
Hello, Williams.
Suppose you're going down to register
Register? For what?
Wet t-shirt contest.
for the congressional elections this fall. Don't forget, we want Pierce for Congress.
Pierce for Congress.
Yeah.
He's gonna build a wall on the border.
Congress. Yes, but what's Congress ever given me except a lot of trouble?
How exactly
I
is
said
Congress
income tax.
troubling you?
Has Congress given us the new post office we need?
Post offices are serious
You know
business.
what I think? I think we'd all be better off if there wasn't any Congress.
Take that, fat Elvis.
Hereby declare this Congress to be suspended indefinitely.
Because that one guy complained about it.
Stamps? The man who wants to buy stamps.
Why, that's hilarious.
There aren't any more stamps. Can't you read? Congress is gone.
Oh, Congress.
So is the postal system.
The Williams Postal Service will deliver letters for $1 an ounce.
Rampant privatization. That's how Raptor went down the tubes.
United States money is no good.
And neither is my overwrought
Congress has
voiceover.
the power to issue money, but no more.
Tell me we still have zinc at
Only
least.
New York money is good here. Go over to the currency exchange, Bentley.
I'll be over
Take
here
your
being
letters. But don't bother
insane.
about mailing this income tax. There's nobody to collect federal taxes. Oh, yeah.
No tax agents.
Lots of
Who
things
lawyers
are
feel
different
superior
about the
to.
powers of Congress. You'll see.
I think I got a few reels of reefer madness mixed in with this film.
You see, every state is printing its own money now.
And I'm doing a bad W.C. Field impression.
Oh, you don't believe it about Congress being suspended.
Well, you were pretending to be a postal worker last time I saw you.
Ahead. Go to Washington. See for yourself.
Why must I walk through bubbles to go anywhere?
A round trip ticket to Washington. That'll be 600 New York dollars.
Damn, all I have are
That's
New
right,
California
Bentley.
Republic dollars.
You're catching on. No Congress. No regulation of commerce. No regulation of railroad fares.
No relation of gluten.
You don't like it. You want to take it to court. Go ahead.
I dare
Be so
you.
surprised, Bentley. The states have to create their own armies and navies and air forces because there's no Congress to provide for national defense.
The Arizona Navy is kind of pathetic, really.
Complaining about that high railroad fare?
We don't tolerate whiners here.
No Congress, no federal court.
Can I take this to the People's Court then?
Is no justice.
Does that mean I don't have to respect the law anymore?
Well, back at the old office, eh, Bentley? Just in time for your check. Oh, yes, it's more than usual. No deduction for savings bonds or income tax or Social Security.
Did Ron Paul get elected?
With Congress suspended, the whole Social Security system has fallen through. So you'll have to look out for yourself when you lose your job.
Notice I said
That's
when.
what I said. Lose your job. One of those miscellaneous powers of Congress is the regulation of patents.
And patent
We
leather.
have no protection. We're out of business.
Charles! Charles! Oh, Charles, we're being put out on the street!
Oh, good thing she got the lamp then.
The state bank foreclosed on our house. They said the National Housing Act was null and void, and our FHA loan was no good. And Charles!
I'm pregnant.
I don't know what'll become of us, Charles. Charles?
Oh, the overacting was just a dream.
Huh? Oh.
5 more minutes.
Oh, come now. Don't tell me that little walk to the post office tired you off.
Post office? What post office? I mean, with Congress suspended and...
And the insane privatized postal guy.
Oh, what a dream. Martha, that's it.
I'll suspend Congress.
Now I know what to put in my speech for the club.
My resignation.
And so, gentlemen,
Bite me.
my topic is the powers of Congress.
Hey, that'd be a good film title.
None of us ever hesitates to criticize Congress at every opportunity.
We're just taking our
But how
cues from
many
Leno
ever
and
stop to
Letterman.
think about the broad powers of Congress and how these powers affect every one of us.
Not very often.
The
It's kind of
importance
boring.
of Congress can be seen when we note...
Ah, crap. What does Congress do
we
again?
note that the framers of the Constitution devoted the very first article to that branch of our government.
In between making
All
time with their
legislative
slaves.
powers herein granted shall be vested in a Congress of the United States, which shall consist of a Senate and a House of Representatives.
And a hard-boiled
Consider
egg.
the wide-reaching powers of Congress.
Think about it, won't you?
Laying taxes, regulating commerce, coining money, establishing post offices,
Stymieing healthcare reform.
creating federal courts,
Drawing out the conclusion
declaring
of this film.
war, providing an army,
But not vertical hold.
navy, and making all laws necessary for carrying out those powers.
While kowtowing to special interest groups.
Now, gentlemen, these powers reach right into our homes,
And strangle us.
into our very life. For instance, we know that the food we eat is pure
And extremely
Why?
fatty, apparently.
because it's inspected under laws made through the power of Congress to regulate interstate commerce.
And the law is never wrong.
This same power includes control of railroad fares and freight rates, the commerce of the air, and the traffic of cross-country trucking.
But not ice road trucking.
Congress even limits the number of hours we work and the minimum salaries we're paid.
Until Reaganomics
This
comes
is
along
done
anyway.
under its authority to make all laws which shall be necessary and proper for carrying into execution the foregoing powers.
You get all that? Because I'm not repeating it.
These are commonly called the implied powers. First
I guess we
use
should
of these
imply those
implied
missing frames of
powers
film,
was
too.
The establishment operates under congressional authorization.
My bank statement shows a negative balance of
course,
celluloid.
everybody knows that Congress has the power to levy taxes.
And we hate them
and
for
we're
it.
always ready to complain about taxes.
Novelty. We think there's a big
Taxes on
market for joke
perfume and other
perfume.
luxury items. And on gasoline and other things that are not luxuries. But we're not so ready to appreciate what we get from Congress in return.
Like the Golden
The
Gate
network
Bridge.
of federal highways that span our nation, the great reclamation and power developments, our magnificent national parks and forests,
We could be drilling for oil there.
of our health, promotion of foreign trade, assistance given farmers through such things as crop insurance and scientific information.
Ah, the free
and
market will
assistance given
self-regulate.
homeowners through agencies like the Federal Housing Administration. And remember, gentlemen,
It's your first night at
those are
Fight Club.
only a
You have
few
to fight.
illustrations of how the powers of Congress affect each one of us. So your personal welfare, as well as the welfare of your country, depends upon your active
Hey, get that finger out of my
and
face,
elected
buddy.
to Congress, men and women of such
unearthly beauty. Oh, forget it. I'll just talk about the importance of springs instead. Crematorium, you kill 'em, we grill 'em.
Oh, Bentley, how are you?
Feeling very vulnerable right now, Williams.
Say, I'm going down in the morning to register. I was wondering if you'd like to ride down with me. I want to talk to you about this man Pierce.
You're sure he was never Remington
Pierce?
Steele?
You mean you're interested in getting him elected to Congress?
I'm interested in knowing more about him.
He was a surgeon in
After
Korea,
all,
right?
We can't be too careful who we send to Washington to exercise the vast powers of Congress.
After being elected, Congressman Pierce staged a coup and declared himself emperor.
Oh, what a terrible nightmare. I dreamt that there was no such thing as a comments section. No more discussion, no more spam bots, no more pointless first comments, no more people treating each other like subhuman troglodytes just because they have a difference of opinion. You know what? I'm gonna go back to sleep.